bold choice. I'll put it
Okay,
that way. But you
we've
know
got
what?
FUT on
When
defense.
you
We've
are
got
in a
Koi on
position with your
attack.
back
Just
up
for the
against
people
the wall,
watching on
sometimes you
YouTube,
have to
this
do something
is
risky.
Neon,
They knew
but
they were
not
coming up
buffed
against it. I
Neon.
think it would
Patched
have been
before Neon
crazy
buff.
if
So
the
they're
FUT
prepping
Lotus
for the
got
new
changed
patch,
after
but this is
they beat
currently
teams like
double
Fnatic, over
stun, one slide.
in
Neon.
Shanghai. So clearly this is their attempt at a counter. Oh, we'll see how well prepped
It's Neon, but not Neon. Yeah,
this
it's Neon,
composition
but
is.
it's
I
not
like the
super
idea of
OP
Camo
Neon.
on Neon, though. Like him
It's
having that
regular
sort of
old, pretty
burst
decent Neon.
into the site was already fantastic on the last map.
Yeah, some good potential. Remember, it's not the Neon that you fear in your ranked games just yet. That's coming. Not this week. For now, Camo's going to have to do it without sliding in.
Mr. Fallen, where's your flash out?
Shados is there to back him up.
It's incredible.
Already down. Mr. Fallen does well to recover, but 5 HP left.
Yeah, and honestly, maybe they could have got more, but there was a good amount of chip damage to everyone. Arthur wins this individual duel over towards A main, and now we're kind of just waiting for smokes to go.
Well, they're about to have a big battle on their hands, dodging the paranoia.
Wait.
Cracks gets one and took
I was going to say, he's got to know that the Omen's still here.
That could have fallen apart. Back to a 2v2. HP is the big difference here, but nobody's one shot to that Sheriff just yet.
How do they do it? Because they might just double swing.
Spike
Yeah.
in their favor, the double peek.
Nice.
Not bad, and now left all on
And now they have a
CNED.
really good crossfire. Problem with CNED, not the problem with
see if
CNED, but he's going to know this is the
People come
setup.
out from Shados,
Yeah.
patiently waiting his camo. And there isn't a swing. He's expecting there to be one, expecting the trade to come through, but Shados has dedicated himself to the little
Lovely.
corner.
Actually,
Then
we're
they'll
actually
pick this
playing
one
together. That was good.
3
Dude,
for
Pistol
3
Gods.
In terms of pistols
Yeah,
now
Pistol
for
Gods.
Koi.
3 of them.
They've definitely got those down to a T.
Well, yeah, it's a good percentage of the rounds that they found so far. Not even the follow-ups, just the pistols alone. And add to that, they haven't been doing too bad in those second rounds. A good start. The thing I like about this as well, Tom, is that we talk about the counters on map 1, but when it comes to Lotus...
Lane drop, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the tier 1. Thank you for doing that. Thank you, thank you. And Tubby_27 with the prime as well. Holy. Yeah. Is he angry that the hits didn't happen there or what? Thank you so much for your prime, bro. Both of you, welcome into the Slug Club. Thank you, thank you. Oh, no. Not over towards C against the Eco. Not this, guys. Guys, do I need to do a video? Stop going C against Ecos. Or use some util.
No,
for God's sake.
Again, it's the start. I'm going to assume that it's similar
I've seen
to
it
what
too
we've
much
seen
this
before
year.
from Koi,
It's
with
killing
4
me.
weapons, 1 pistol, so if that is the case,
Video will
losing
bang.
one,
It's just
not too
20
much of a
minutes of
problem.
teams
It's
getting
anything
ecoed
from
by
here
dry
onwards.
facing over
Not
towards
only would
C.
it cost them for the
Honestly,
next
it could be
round,
pretty
but more
good.
importantly, it could give a gun on the other side.
Hey,
They're
love
ready,
that, though.
Waiting for CNED's repeak. We'll now put this round much more firmly in their favor, although I believe that Marshall, it will be immediately picked up by Cracks.
It was an ambitious call. Knowing there's a Marshall in play, it's already claimed a victim, and it's in the hands of CNED. And they decide to hold a ranged angle, waiting for him to re-peek, but the Guardian does win that duel. Equalized numbers, and the fake, well, this is the first time I've got to say this.
Yeah, love this from
The
Koi.
fakes worked for Koi. The C side is wide open, and they're able to walk into a free punt.
Oh man, that was savage from Mitch, but pretty
Much
funny.
more willing to take a pretty big gamble. I do think there's much more opportunities for them to push and pull on this map, though. I think that FUT did incredibly well to read most scenarios in the last map correctly. But
Wouldn't it be a good strat for Abyss to lose pistol if you jump off the map?
Lotus,
Defense, if they planted, yeah, probably. Just insta jump off before they can plant, I think so. Teams probably won't do it, but I think you could definitely argue that it's worth doing, yeah.
Very confident.
I think on attack, you're probably not worth doing it. I think you can probably get a plant. Money would be pretty good. You can maybe do a little bit of damage. But I think on defense, wall jumping off from spawn at the beginning, probably worth, yeah.
Already one player dropped, and Ayedege is probably going to make the decision to go back and run into the spike.
Just wrapping back around in case you could find anybody. But no victims to claim. 21 HP. Shadow barely holds onto that rifle, but for Koi, that's what they need. 3 rifles carried through. Second round secured. I said this in the first and the second
we got
round. This is where the trouble begins.
Yeah, the buy rounds. Pistol's been great for Koi. What has the buy rounds got?
I will say that FUT's strength on this map has always been the attack side, so this is definitely Koi's best opportunity. I think especially when you're running a neon
But at least going heavy over towards A.
Just look at the stack up already from FUT. They're going to immediately look to try and take themselves some rubble control.
Okay, as soon as they see the camera though, and they hear that info. Oh, I like this. One pass and fake over towards C, but we're actually popping B. Oh, he used everything. He actually used every bit of util that Shadow has to try and sell the fake. Kind of worked. 3 people over here.
Instead, looking to reinforce the B side, but Mr. Fallen still loses his life. First shots do connect, but only to the body. Although that headshot will eventually put Camo down. Neck and neck. And the defenders having to push for this retake, fairly split out. And Koi do know that CNED was here not that long ago.
Lock here, block here, give you a bit of space to get through this choke.
But Starzo has lost his life.
He always has such a good read. It's equalized almost immediately, waiting for CNED. That's going to put the man advantage in their favor. The trip as well.
Oh, look at the util. Yeah, the util was lovely here from Koi. This is an overall nice round from them though, right? One person over towards A default, then you look like you're reactively pushing over towards C. You've got a Fade using Prowler, Teva and Fade Eye, but actually 4-person walk into B. Pretty good. And then the util and the afterplan was actually like really legit.
This wasn't what we saw on the previous map, and it's definitely a much better face to Koi.
Has Koi evolved a bit compared to last season? Give me more of this map, bro. Nuke, the split. If I'd only watched the split and I hadn't seen that round, I would have said that they regressed, to be honest. That split fast map was an absolute nightmare.
But as a result, they expect it to be a C or
dissolved. But that round there gives me a lot of hope. That round gives me a lot of hope.
They were often going for aggression
down
at least one avenue.
But yeah, don't watch that split, man. Oh my god.
And it looks like they've gambled on the wrong side.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Koi have been pretty happy to just.
Bro, they got double pistol. They got double pistol and got 7 rounds.
Nothing being spotted by the cam on B, and they're going to try and continuously fake things out with smokes being thrown down on the other side of the map. But it does look like
they've been
have got this
prepping a little bit on this. That's kind of nice.
Well, with how little there is for the side of FUT, a retake here seems impossible.
It does, yeah. Sometimes that's when FUT managed to pull those rounds out of the bag, but we need overextensions. We need mistakes from Koi. And their setup, even if they want to get aggressive, paranoia in the hands of Gravino, waiting for contact, for someone to be close enough to take that fight. It will instead be saved for the eventual retake attempt out of FUT. So much utility that they're going to be running into. Weaponry disadvantages.
Can they get any damage? This is a real question.
Running down bit by bit, direct
Koi's utils kind of lovely on the afterplants at the moment.
Players still able to fall back, play their post plans, but on the way back, Starzo's caught. Now FUT start to flood the site, get ever closer to that spike.
They would love the smoke on the spike though.
Well. 3 versus 3, rifle for cracks, long range shot connected, leaving one low. Good shot from CNED. It seems to be where it ends with
pretty good damage at the end from FUT. Yeah, kind of impressed again. Koi had some good util here.
Economic position to play from, and a great start to the map of Lotus.
Yeah, and they haven't really had to use anything in terms of their ultimates. So all of those are going to be building up over the next couple of rounds.
Koi comp cooking. How would this comp be on defense? Let me look at this comp again.
Nightfall being one of the bigger factors.
Dude, it's got some fast rotates. What are the Yori TPs like on defense on Lotus? Probably alright.
Also that operator. That's always
From
going to be
spawn, you could have fast C.
A lot of the time we're seeing these early sort of aggressive pushes on that A side of the map.
Okay.
This time
second big buy round for FUT when we get the op out. And this is a giant round because it's like, if FUT managed to win this, they're pretty much back in it in terms of ults as well. They could definitely snowball to getting a good amount of rounds.
They don't want to challenge them.
Cypher. It's a pretty cool comp.
Now CNED smoked off. The slow rotation.
I want after this comp retake B.
From the side of Koi. Again, this is what we've seen. Even on
I guess
split,
Omen Flash.
Not successfully.
I worry about comps without Viper that don't have the wall for B to retake. Seems to be the weakness on all the comps that don't use Viper, but
FUT seeming to anticipate an A hit.
Face your fear.
Nightfall.
Dude, they are just hitting C over and over again though. Pistol round, force over towards A, everything else C now.
It looks again like this is just going to be set up as a retake. The players from FUT are ready and waiting. And actually, they're going to be the one to get that opener, but it's very quickly traded.
Yeah, damage done on the stars.
If Krax gets a kill, it's giant.
Some small advantage for
Dude
FUT,
still has his Omen
again, we've seen the
Flash.
setup. Koi will wait,
Do they
run
wait
down
for
that
smoke,
clock,
then
play
Omen Flash?
Paranoia to go for a bit of aggression. There it is.
Yeah, lovely, bro. Oh my god, they keep saving the Omen Flash for after plant. It's unbelievable.
Completely in half. 12 seconds left. That spike still needs to be planted. I mean, I'm getting a little bit worried. They had a lot of time, a lot of space.
Big
but it
Joel.
looks
I mean, how? Okay.
5 seconds.
Yeah, maybe
The
not
clock could have
too aware of the
decided around, but
angle.
shot lands from
Close,
Shayos
man.
just in the nick of time.
Close, close, close.
Oh, that's unfortunate. If Yedeje runs the other way, or even just stays where he is, that round probably goes in that favor. I want to point out as well, those are Starzo's first 3 kills on the board. Like, he hadn't had anything just yet.
This was a great play, man.
Aggressive stance. This might be something based again off those counters.
Yeah, I think it is. I think they know that they always leave.
To sort of look at what their opponents can do. Split wasn't that. Split was picking something that they already had in their locker. Letting Lotus through, that was different.
Honestly, I have missed these two, man. I've missed these two.
The fact that Starzo just runs through with
They're
that amount
so
of confidence
funny,
makes me
bro.
think that, okay, they're ready for those FUT retakes. They're not even going to allow them to happen. It was funny
Okay, well,
because
this
he
is an
did that
easy
before
timeout.
striking
We've
when
either
it
got to
wasn't even
fight
retake
for
yet.
C
They
itself,
didn't
or you
even
got to
stop
fight
them
for
even
C
getting
early.
close.
They got to make sure that Omen Flash gets out of them to hit over towards the
They think
site.
you're about to plant. They're set up to fight their
And
way
it's been
through.
a good
And
plan
that's
from
where the
Koi so
paranoia hits,
far.
and I think Rubinho, once they've taken that C site control, his position's being so key. Sitting there with the paranoia, we saw it the round before, or maybe it was 2 ago. Where he
Do we
was in
know
that
the
very
Mako
same
Bane
position.
IGL
They thought
situation?
about
What
going for
about
the aggression.
Xgarret and
Instead said, no,
Stacks?
you know what? We've
Mako
got the time, let's
IGL,
wait for their
Xgarret
retake.
IGL.
This time we see it used in a more aggressive stance,
Jake Wake
and that's gonna be
Shake,
very
what's up, bro?
difficult for FUT to
Thank you
deal
so much
if
with
they keep giving
the
up that C site
Prime
control,
with the
because we've
14
seen now
months,
Koi's
dude.
got
Thank you for
good
the support.
protocols for dealing with them on the way
Jake,
back
appreciate
through.
you, man. Thank
What
you for doing
Koi
that.
don't have is 4 ultimates to work with. There's a lot for FUT with Bladestorm just 1 away. If there's an advantage
Amps,
found in this
hello.
round, they've got the safety nets, or rather the trampolines, to bounce off of it.
Free Neon buff, correct. Okay, so FUT, both of their buy rounds, been getting wrecked over towards C.
Very
Similar
different
rounds,
look
just actually that's a lie.
to what we saw on the
The
previous
first buy round was over towards B.
a
It was a
lot
cool
more
round.
confidence, seemingly a lot more of a plan, and well already had a captain under some serious
God,
pressure.
this ult
Trying
with
to
a
hit him
neon,
those
pretty
stuns,
scary, man.
chase him down, hunt
Wait,
him
this ult
out,
with a
all
neon
the
is
abilities
crazy
thrown,
scary.
and
How
he still
does
manages
how
to
does
get one.
Adakapin get
They
one?
put everything
How
on
does he get
Adakapin in
one?
that round, and hey, he did
Okay,
something
CNED
at
with
least.
knives.
Bladestorm acquired for C.
Okay, we put an ult into it. That's a gun down for someone else. It's a giant
And the
ult.
shot fired by Yedeje lands on Grabinho. Numbers thinning out, and Starzo's only good for 1. It has
Wow,
to be Shayos.
really nice
And although
round.
he
Chat, that was a
finds the
bold
diffuser,
call
there's
to use Krax's
plenty
ult
more
on it,
for
but it was
FUT to
really,
fall
really
back on.
nice. Yeah,
There's the
CNED got an
round
important
found,
kill,
and a
gunned
disruption
down,
to the
and
win
that kind of
streak
just
with a
snowballed
pace
into it.
card thrifty.
To be honest, Yedeje's
Yeah, a
1v1
big
was really
round
big as well.
for them to take away.
5 HP on it.
Obviously, it was still a commitment of quite a
3
few
ults.
ultimates.
Yeah, but
CNED
it's
had
a
to be big in it,
giant. I
but
mean,
think
it's a
also
giant
just the amount of
commitment.
time it actually took
But
to
like
clear
the pay on
the
this
captain
is
off the
big,
site, allowed
right?
for
3
everybody
people
else to be
survived.
ready.
Yeah, gun upgrades.
It's also going to be a little bit frustrating because I feel like even
2
going back
people
to the last
survived,
map, I can't think of a successful round where that dimensional drift has been used. And the way they used it in this round was fine. I want to say in the last map, I was a bit triggered just by the fact that he was always alone. But this time they had stuns, clear plans, ideas.
There.
But the retake was just better. Even still,
After getting one back aside there, yeah.
Comfortable buy.
Oh,
They've still got the
Yoru
finances for this
ulted
round, but it
and
will
neon stun.
start
He
to
got
thin
double
out
neon
next.
stunned, right? I think maybe it was just one.
Actually, Camo
Poison's off.
taken quite a bit of early space. It definitely seems like they're
Yeah,
prepared
and
for
I mean they're just
a
early
CNED
opening the
peak
door
where
so
he
they
did the
can get
last round at
one
least, but
molly out of him.
nothing to be had just yet.
Yeah,
He's
the
on the other
smoke
side.
here is really strong.
Even with this
Would it
presence on
ever
A,
fully
they'll
go
probably stay on
down?
C. You know
Like how many openings of the door would you have to do for this to
Right now,
get
there's
to
been no
0?
information as far as how many players are here
3
other
in a
than that
row?
door opening,
If it was
confirming
insta,
just the
maybe?
one with the gate crash available. You never know if that's the lurking Yoru. Starzo's done this a number of rounds, and the only difference here is that Grabinho is supporting him this time with an ult of his own to get out. Gate crash used only as a fake this time. It wasn't in the best of positions either, so he's going to just put out another one. So it's a much quicker rotation that he can play. Now going deeper. Starzo looks for that control. His team are deciding when they'll go.
I was going to
for
say,
that
it's a
peek,
really
and
thin
finally,
angle, but he does
after a
actually
minute
hit the
and a
first
half,
guy as well.
still, CNED gets his reward. Set up for
Huge,
another,
man.
and that shot
Yeah, a
lands
lot of
too.
confidence.
That will
Rotate
deal
goes
with
in,
the C
Omen
push,
flash here as
and now
well.
it was
But yeah,
perhaps a
CNED
lurk on A,
gets to the
turns into
angle,
the
calls
main
no one
plan
else
of
here. They
action.
can
Well, yeah, I
stick
think
strong
it
over
was
towards the
always the
sides.
plan to go in
And
this
this is a
direction, that
nightmare
Spike
for
is deep,
Koi.
but
They've been doing
I
so
think
good to
now
get
just
5
realizing
in
that
a row.
there's no
But
way
now
there'll be
they
no
just
players on
gave
the side
them
anymore. They
so
needed the
much
kill onto
money.
CNED, and I
Everyone
think it's a
gets
much
free
better
K on top of
decision
this.
to
We've got
just
no
save.
armor
I think
rebuys.
that
We've got no
the thing
damage.
I want to see more
Yeah,
from
FUT
Koi,
are
and
really
again,
back in this
similarly
one.
to Split,
This is a huge
I
round.
want to see Starzo more with the main push. I feel like a lot of what makes these compositions so successful
Toasty Ra,
is
thank you
that
so much,
double
bro. Appreciate the
dive,
4 months.
Yoru +1. It could be a Razor, it could be a Jet. In this case, it's a Neon. It feels like he's always somewhere else trying to sell in the minds of FUT. Like, okay, we're going this way, we're going this way. It hasn't worked. So try something else. I think
Wait,
like when
Camo
he's
is
doing
already
the squad,
damaged?
think about the
Oh,
round
okay.
that they
That's
won
my
where he
bad.
gets that 3K. That is because he's
Philly
in the
Dilly
heart
as well.
of the take.
2 years, man. Thank
That's
you
where
for
I
that,
want him
bro.
to be. That's where I
Appreciate
think he's
that.
gonna have
Appreciate
the
the tier
most
1. Thank
impact.
you for being here for 2 years.
Now they're still going to scrape a buy, mainly because of those 3 save guns. Otherwise, it definitely wouldn't have been the case. And again, we're going to see the same take.
Wait, that's a nice A take, though.
Just like in the last round, FUT have gone all the way
Wall,
aggressive on
flash
C, and
through
then
so
just
they can't
left
shoot the
and
fade
sat
eye.
back
You have to
over on
commit to shoot the fade eye.
Careful here.
Yeah, that's nice.
Bit of a difference with Shados sneaking his way through B this time. Might not be expected. And in fact, the aggression from Yedege is just now coming in. Big push on the
Big
A side.
jewel over
That's where your
towards B
flank
right
wants
now.
to go and make that lurk play, but Yedege
Big,
ends
big
up finding Shados. Now the B
Yeah,
side's being
now you
spotted
kind
to
of
be
know
that
this
bit
one's
more
free.
open. No more Cypher
CNED
utility,
maybe
and
gets
the
to
B
the
player
angle.
pushed. You know there's not going to be someone holding his back. Why would they? So these players are locked out on the side of FUT. It would be an aggressive play to go for.
Whoa.
In fact, Camo's the one with the aggression,
Whoa.
going straight into
Wait, that was an
CNED.
absolute
Gets his
shot,
one
by the
and
way.
Backs right out. The op is ready, but look at Grabinho's second lurker catching that impact.
Just an irritation. That's now leaving
3
it
from
to a
heaven,
4v3
and they
retake.
smoked
It's
it off.
Definitely not going to be easy.
Well, good luck.
Already, Shados will drop another, and CNED's operator
Yeah,
is the
seems
only
gonna save. Okay,
thing
but it
that's hit a
doesn't.
shot
Well,
this whole
it
round.
does
You
matter
can see they
obviously,
don't
but
wanna
in
allow
terms
to
of
keep
money,
it.
it doesn't matter, right? They
If
just
can
got
find this
3,000
extra
for
kill,
last
it'll make the
rounds.
next
They could
round
lose all
maybe
these
a
guns
little
and
bit
be fine
easier, although
still.
the finances of FUT are in a pretty good position right now. Shadow lurking. He's not going to get anything. He will meet the same fate as anybody else who's faced off against this operator this round. And CNED even looking for a little bit more. He should be allowed. Oh, no, never mind. Grabinho's going to get him right
Okay,
at
but
the
again,
end.
everyone can buy it. It's all good.
It cost a
Doesn't
few
the
Koi
Neon
players their lives, but
Stun next patch,
they're
does
still
only
able to
one
get
of
a
them
buy
make
together.
that A main take even
only
better?
difference is
Yeah.
it hasn't removed
This
that
is the
off
thing,
from the side
like,
of FUT,
in,
just
it
draining
basically
their
changes your
resources a little
default,
bit
right?
more.
Instead of using
I
a
like
stun
this
for a
idea from
default,
Koi.
you just use
Like
a
I said,
slide for a
different
default
face,
is what will
leaving
happen.
that lurk outside
And
B,
arguably
shifting
that's
direction
scarier.
to
It
B,
depends on the
leaving
flash
Grabinho
agent you
outside
got with
A.
it.
There were a lot more traps in play, and FUT fell straight into them. 6-2. And like you said, yeah, they found 7 rounds in the last map, but
Bro, you won the round. You
Johnny
won in
E,
6-2,
thank you so
Bob.
much for the
Calm
prime as
down.
well, bro. Thank you for the 21 months.
yeah,
Let
these,
the blood pressure go down a
Appreciate the
bit.
prime.
Your heart's gonna
Let the
explode.
blood pressure go.
these rounds definitely feel a lot more repeatable than what we saw in Split. I don't think they ever hit their stride there, but
Timing
they
on
are
this?
well and truly in it on the side of Koi. Operator from
Wild.
CNED, much more aggressive than
Yeah,
before,
really
and
wild.
it's Starzo to pay
Up
the
dash.
price. Dash only now activated. CNED staying up close and eventually giving the
Oh.
position
CNED.
up with Grabinho on the backside. CNED now knows that. They'll try
Yeah, and he
to
thinks
back
the
all the
Omen
way
flashes
out.
it. He
He's
thinks the
flash and
Omen
stun
was
under
over
the sun.
towards heaven.
He's down and out of the round, and Camo looks to take the space inside the smoke. Previously, we've seen the paranoia used, but
Okay, but this is
Grabinho
the
doesn't
first
have
time
it
where
to
they've
work
actually
with.
used that
That will
Omen
stop
flash to
any
get over
ideas
towards
of
site.
further aggression, at
So
least
does that
towards
mean that the
that
retake is
position.
a lot?
Take this.
Oh, they're going to continue to push. They don't want to allow for a retake, but
Okay.
Cracks, ever vigilant, ever accurate. He's going to land the shot, but Shados could do it right back. A 1-2 punch that puts things into a 2 versus 2. Low on HP, not looking the
the
right
Shadow.
way. And now it's Shadow's turn. The IGL trying to lead from the front. On the side, trying to wrap.
Oh my God.
He's heard the steps. They may have even heard the drop down, though. They have an idea. It doesn't matter. Nightfall going to be utilized, but he's so close by. The shot's not connected, though. And now Shadow could just play with it. He's gone all the way round, trying to bait his opponent. It's going to be him running into the smoke.
Damn, bro, respect.
And he will clutch this one out.
He just got
A
around the
big
corner.
round in the Red Bull clutch from
Yeah,
Shadow.
huge rounds. I mean, shout out to Shados as well. And they managed to actually win a
Fact that he
2v4
uses
here.
the Nightfall there, it scared me.
Yeah.
I thought that was an overcommitment, but it ends up working. player not able to hear him drop down. The reposition was everything.
Going for laps, yeah, he did
Also
2 of
catching
them.
CNED with that aggression.
Well, Grabinho
Nice shots and
that
cracks.
was just genius. Like the second he sees that shot, he goes, okay, he hasn't left. He's not falling back. I'm going to TP behind him. He's got nowhere to go. Either he gets me and then my teammate's there, because I think Camo was full sprint chasing him down. They knew that that side would be clear the second
they have a
CNED
different...
was gone. Well, CNED has had enough of being the C-site anchor. He is now
Honestly,
looking to
respect
do
for having a
that
different
in
lineup for that.
Attacker spawn.
Don't want to say my one's a little bit faster, but it
A
is.
little aggressive face from him.
But I still like that they
A-side
have one.
seen clear. They know that the threat is somewhere else. Ult used on C. Starzo flash. It goes a little deep, but the position catches Yedaje off guard.
Dude, the Omen
Couldn't
flash
quite
was
find him,
crazy.
blinded up, spat through the smoke. Good. Only
The
for
amount of
one,
value
but
Koi
it's
getting from the
traded
Omen
back.
flash in this game has been
4
wild.
versus 3 with
Oh, it
Rolling
doesn't hit the
Thunder.
planter.
Use save spot for Shadow. That could be a
Oh,
problem.
it doesn't
He's
hit
able
the
to land the shots
planter,
on
and it
CNED,
felt like
and the
maybe the
site control is
comms
not
weren't
relinquished.
good because it felt like
On the
CNED
board
thought it
for
got this
Koi,
corner.
and it's attacking
Because
half.
otherwise you would hard
Couldn't be
clear that
going
with a
any
better
better.
swing.
No, honestly, this has been, it's night and day.
Yeah,
Like,
they
you
got
can
some
see where
cool
the
stuff,
work has
man.
been put
They
in.
got some
They're
cool
so
stuff on
ready
this
for
attack.
everything that FUT are trying to do. FUT haven't been allowed to attempt to retake this entire game because every single time somebody is pushing them. You've got Starzo already. That's the first kill to clear it, but Camo doesn't then stop. He's spamming the smoke to stop any lineup of utility. They're just constantly in the faces of their opponent, and I don't think FUT are used to teams playing against them like this.
I still feel if FUT
8-2 up. CNED really has had enough. You could just see the level of aggression.
If FUT can get 4, it's actually a pretty good half.
Just to almost try and
like it's at least
disrupt them right
recoverable.
back.
But the problem is we have no idea how this comp's going to look on defense. On paper, it's pretty good.
Already hitting the decoy. Lets them know that there's a rotation. Lets them know there's still presence on B. Koi
Can I go fast A?
Spamming through the Viper's pit on C. Doesn't
Feather,
seem like
flash,
a viable option to
TP.
go for. There's a trap in play as well, blocking them. The one thing they could do is gate crash their way to back
Maybe
side,
it
but
can't
that's
hold
exactly
A
what they
proper.
would've thought about.
I don't know.
Yedaje is sitting there.
Double
waiting,
stun
just
might
in
be able to
case
hold
they
A.
bypass the Viper's pit. They still have a Cypher to lock it down. Cam watches B passive. CNED's here to react. Breach utility from Krax is
Oh, that is a
primed and
huge
ready.
pick.
CNED's dropped a little too quickly. Numbers back to
Ooh,
equal.
and they get
Boy,
that
is
as
a
well.
perfect pick
That's
to
not
set
too
them up
bad.
for this A
Mr.
push.
Fallon spots.
Have to deal with Krax though. He's been a big danger man.
Okay, I'll load this up to Krax.
They are running into the lines.
Got 2 there.
You might not believe it, but he got 2 there.
Yeah, he managed to get the last one because of the decay of the
leaves.
wall from Viper.
Plant. An aggressive position by Shadows.
Spike planted.
He's had his round or 2, but it does leave his teammate isolated. Shadow's forced to fall back.
Keep an eye on
Be
Shadows.
smoked off.
Around the world did it.
The thing is, though, there's been an expectation from FUT
Yeah,
throughout
and
this
there's
game
great
that
delay on the
somebody's
site
gonna
as
be coming in
well.
behind.
Just making a bit of
Seems
sound.
like this time, though, especially with Starzo dead, they are not expecting it.
They
Can
might
he
think
get both?
Players to be in main. That information's about to find its way into their hands. They're looking the wrong way, but
Can he
as
get
he
one?
emerges, all
What I
guns
should have said.
turn to Shados, and the defuse already halved, and Shadow's out of ammo. There's no way to deny this anymore. FUT with a 3rd round found at last.
Damn,
An
respect
8-4 half
to
still
FUT here.
possible, Still recoverable.
Round before the switch.
Yeah,
I don't
nothing
feel
over
as
towards side,
confident as I
checked
did
heaven, and then
before.
they were like,
This is a
well,
much better face from Koi.
Did he step? Because I just feel like both players
think so.
immediately turned to look at him. It was either a coincidence or just some sort of sound. Because it did seem like, yeah, immediately it almost looked like both just turned. So I don't know if it maybe thought
Yeah,
he
it's
needed
definitely
to
a
get a move on,
com.
but they were very ready
Definitely
for that.
a could
Even
be
still, 8-3 up. A solid position
or
for
could
Koi.
have.
Still
Okay,
got
let's see if
five.
they can get the
Overdrive
see if they can get the
available for
4 that
Camo
we
if he
said at the
wants to go
beginning.
running.
Omen flash committed early, but no one pushed
Again, we're
behind it.
seeing a very aggressive
Keep an eye on the
Father
double
already
push
up
over
C.
towards C.
Yeah, that information won't do much though if the players on A are dealt with. Krax and Mr. Fallen defending this alone. Doors open, decoy
It's
destroyed.
an ambitious orb
Presence seen.
pickup, but it also means that they
Koi have
can't
been
pick
good
one
at
up.
this. Taking early control and pumping the brakes. In the midst of all that, FUT are getting aggressive.
Yeah.
Yedaje's
Early
pushed
info,
all
early
the way up
info.
C now.
They can
They've
stack
trapped for
A
the
a
B
little
walk-up.
bit heavier than they are.
May not matter. 2 players to defend this. Stars
Shot.
up, TP's in, but he goes down. Just trying to make their
Oh,
way
guy
into
dinked
the
him.
side. That flank is coming,
26.
but they found the kills. They've done what they needed. This time, plenty of time to play with. And in the meantime, they're trying to deal with what has been Grubinio's flank, but this time it doesn't exist.
CNET's caught him being pushed on. Updraft used, but he's not quick enough. Neon's right around that corner. Good kill for Captain. Low HP on Grubinio. Camo's being tagged too.
Grubinio get
Still
one,
doable
yes
for
he
this
does.
squad, but that sneaky spot from Grubinio might just
And
have
his crossfire is
locked
too
out
strong.
the round. Captain with 2 more to drop and a crossfire. Oh, it's off the spike tap as well. This is going to be a really
why did he
tough one to
cage
find
himself?
value. The cage does give him a 1v1, but the shots don't land. And with that halfway,
Okay, 9-8. That was impressive. They had a really, I mean, they had a really nice attack half. The first, like, the third round, what was it? The third round and the 5th round, and that's when you want to do like your best rounds. That was really impressive. Definitely looked into the fact that FUT like to retake over towards C, and they always play to leave the site, and they just save loads of util, mainly the Omen flash. And also the third round was sick, man. The fake on A, but well, the fake on C and then push over towards B.
Has been to play against for FUT. They've not really. I've never seen anybody annoyed at 9-3 up. It's actually mind-boggling. It's like they're in a perpetual state of frustration that they just can't get out of. Therapy. That's what they
Yeah, I was gonna say Mini was always frustrated even when they're winning like 10-2 or something.
I definitely don't.
Okay, the bait in.
9 rounds, a chance to extend further. This would be 4 out of 4 pistols, and it's off to a great start. 2 quick kills from Shados. He's trapped in the
But
corner
honestly,
and
the
dropped
fact
by
that Stuxo
Wallbangs,
gets out of there, it's a giant
they've
win.
done the groundwork. 36 HP left on CNET. Starzo tagged low too. Still anyone's game. And the lurk from Yedije being watched. Grubinio, he saw him. He certainly heard him now with the cage popped up. The rest of the squad on their way, but Starzo's watching the cross alongside him. Spawn being spotted by Camo. Seems like Koi are covering all their bases.
Yeah, they're just playing this one as a retake. I like the decision. Like Grubinio could have stayed, tried to hold the ground, but much more happy to play as
He's
a
got
unit. Definitely
great
still wary
util
that
to
there's some
retake, yeah.
presence on C though, because it's only just the rotation of Shadow starting. And bear in mind, he
Wait,
does
they have great util and they want to
a bit of the
contact?
utility that they have left to play with. I'd be a
They
bit
should still dump
surprised if
this.
they go in before he's there, but
Prowler into
Camo's
Omen
having a
Flash.
look.
Omen Flash is gonna hit 2 at the moment.
A few more shots have landed. Some players low. Camo 70 on his way around. Catches them stunned. Good for 1. Fights back. Seemed to be going well, but Yedije is position known. The reload heard and the spike not planted for him. He has to cross, and they know that.
Hey,
With Shadow
dude, pistol
holding it,
gods, man.
there's no way to stop the
4 out of
defuse.
4.
Grubinio was even throwing out a few punches as well. 10 rounds now. 4 pistols in this series. It has been a strong suit for Koi, to say the least.
Oh, for sure. And yeah, this map has been fantastic from them. Their attack side.
Oh, really,
from the
Gabri?
get-go,
No, I didn't see that.
think maybe an issue here or there with just being caught out by CNET, but very quickly adapted to it. And yeah, getting off to the strong starts that they've had is definitely going to make things what seems like. Oh, I wonder what he said.
I got muted there.
Important, bro. Oh my god.
I mean, yeah.
But
Not
it
wrong.
is. To win this map, not only to take the map, of course, to keep the series alive for Koi, but to do so dominantly, it sends a message to FUT, and that message is being received.
It's also the fact, I think they know as well as we do that the attack sides are where FUT have been so much better. Like, and Koi have been a team before that have let very big leads, 11-3 leads slip. So
Look at the
it's
score.
understandable that they want to make sure that they get those early
Wait.
rounds. Now that's a good start. Mr. Fallen.
Oh my god, he got the dink. Yeah, and
It's
he's
gonna be
want to pick up
traded
the
out.
gun.
Some
It's a
of those
lovely
take quite a
Omen
bit of
Flash. They
damage,
still
and
get the
actually,
gun. They're taking map
because of
control.
that,
They still
they're
have
gonna
the
go
spike.
pushing, waiting on
Holy.
the other side. That's another
Whoa,
free.
what a shot
Nice
from
one
Shados, bro.
At least his aim's been crispy, and Camo's there to trade
Michael
things back.
Ross.
It
Oh
is
my goodness,
CNET.
okay.
1 shield remaining. Who
He
knows
has
what difference that
so
could
much time to play with.
Two.
Thing is,
Two,
he
in fact,
tapped
that's
it
double.
up heaven, so they heard.
He's feeling
Yeah,
comfy,
yeah.
But with 2
The fact that
guns
he
up
tapped it
against him,
here, they knew
those
exactly
shields
where
don't
it
last
was.
too
Doesn't
long.
tap it, they have no idea.
11-3, a position you just can't.
There's a little bit of a
imagine
scary
Koi
eco, though,
losing
to be
from.
honest. Shadows hit a really
But I
nice
can't
shot.
remember it.
Yeah, that's not. It's not happening again. I believe in them.
Koi timeout? Oh, they haven't gone for it this time. It is round 3, though. As we said, this is where the pendulum swung the other direction last time for 8 rounds in a row for FUT. They looked incredible in half number 1 of Split. And this is their attacking side here on Lotus.
Okay,
If they're
bonus
gonna
isn't
make
great.
it happen,
So
Well, it is now or
FUT
never.
should be
Well,
winning this.
Now or sunset.
Oh, Camo's looking to get aggressive again.
Dude, they still have their default. That's so funny.
Oh, timing almost worked out for them, but no. Cracks was defending.
Yeah,
Stars
gets the
is just
gun,
gonna
gets
opt to
out
take
of
the
there.
gun and leave.
Yeah, it still
Wanting
has
to
the
keep something into this
cage
round, obviously
into
taking quite a
camera
lot of
default
damage
to
in the
take
last
over
meant
towards
that
B.
the bonus is not going to be the best of them. But also, they've got rounds to play with. They can go into the next one with a 4-buy. There wasn't really a need to take a big risk. But though, being very meticulous. And they know, in these sort of rounds, you're going to get aggressive plays.
Of course. Also some passive ones, but even that's spotted. Starzo thought he was wise, tucked in the corner. Quickly loses his life. 2 pistols left to fight their way back in, and just take a look at where those other rifles are dropped. Not exactly retrievable. Plant.
Yeah, let's see what damage Koi can do.
It will be given to CNED, of course, if you take a look at the old
It will
doors,
probably
he's
be
just 2 away
believing
from having a blade stormer.
because I mean,
Might be thinking, why
was
did
it
they
the
give it to Yedijay?
was it
It might
that
be
LAN against
Blade Storm
Vitality
could be online.
convergence?
For FUT.
They did a pretty crazy
What they have to
comeback
do
on this
now,
map.
Drop that rifle from Shados and deal with the pistols. Seems to be
They
an
kind of
easy
done it
task.
before in this map.
Koi have pulled a couple good rounds out of the bag.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's Shados gone. Down to the pistols. They will quickly be dispatched.
Yeah, one more kill for CNED. That Blade Storm would be available. It seems like he's not really in the need to risk it, especially when you consider where the orbs are on this map. If he really wanted it, he could definitely go and find one. And Andaluthia flawless for
Yeah,
FUT.
good news for FUT is
We'll put
no
them back
gun
onto the
rebuys.
board, but this is one hell of an uphill battle that they need to go through.
It really is, because Koi can just save up when it comes to credits, when it comes to ults. All they have to do is dump everything they've got into a round, and your chances of closing this go way up. The problem is always going to be if FUT do gain that momentum. Now they're on the attack side, they get to set the pace of the rounds, and that is where they absolutely thrive. With rifles in play for both squads, still a chance for Koi to fight back, what you'd expect. They won the pistol, they won the follow-up, and they lose their bonus. Here's their chance. Oh, nice early aggression as well.
Okay.
Well, you know what,
There's a
Mr.
smoke
Fallen,
there,
I
but
think Koi did well to find
yeah,
that
they
kill.
take that.
Mr. Fallen,
Take that all day.
I mean, he just sprayed back through his smoke, caught ahead.
And now the
Unlucky for
pressure
Koi.
put onto Shados. Best player in the server so far. Has a couple of trips to play with, although I feel like that should be expected again. We've seen them play through these smokes quite a lot. In fact, they're even being spammed by FUT. The expectation is there's going to be someone around this angle, but for now at least, that after plant is going to go through with no problems.
Kind of a similar situation to what we saw on attack,
Very
right?
late
Mr.
flank
Fallon
coming
has
in
an
from
omen
Coutinho.
flash. Just wait for their omen
Just
flash on
kinda watching
defense.
for
You
it,
omen
though.
flash back.
Popping up here
Saying
and there.
that,
Smoke used,
Yeah.
blocking out an angle.
omen
but this
is all
wise.
the way-
They might not think he's here. And if Yedijay
Okay.
doesn't open cam,
he
serious
omen
opportunity
flashed
for that
after
flank.
the first
Flank
Yori
value
TP.
waits for the timing as his teammates distract. Cause all the eyes to be looking forward. Paranoia comes in, that might give it away. It should, in fact, but Coutinho still gets one. Fortunately, he's the last man left, and they most certainly know where he is now. The Shrouded Step doesn't shroud it that much. He's out of here, saving the rifle for the next round. FUT on their way back through, 11 to
man.
5,
But,
a long
I
road
mean,
ahead of them.
The fact that they
It's
can get
still
over
gonna have to
towards
be a crazy
C and they can
streak,
save their omen
of
flash
course we're
again,
gonna see
not too bad.
Adaptation as changes from Koi. But as I said, they have to be careful, because just as they managed to get things rolling on their attack side, we
Oh,
know
he
for a
actually
fact
waited.
that FUT can do this 9 attack
The
rounds
internal
versus
clock.
Fnatic, 8 when they play versus FPX.
One enemy remaining.
They've always been stellar at the attack on any map.
Yeah, I think there's probably a few.
especially
There's honestly probably Gabri. There's probably a few neons or like a few duelist mains that actually love neon.
This won't be Koi's round to fight back. They did
There's
save
also
that
some
rifle.
that
Go, go,
probably
go.
haven't played it.
See, Grubinho only invested the 400
all
credits,
enough,
but the rest
but-
of the squad,
We're good.
a lot of weaknesses to play with. Some success in the early duels on A, when Mr. Fallen isn't just spamming back through his smoke. And a lot of success on C.
Okay.
In fact, Shados, he doesn't have a dash. This isn't a jet. There's no way out. Got the advantage.
Still though,
and
he did great damage.
I don't want to say threw it away, but gambled it. And that hasn't worked out, but maybe it has.
John P, what's up, bro?
It's
How we
been a
doing?
false sense of security.
Oh, the
They think
timing.
The site is much more open. That's Grubinho with a freebie. And he could have even followed up if only he knew how low Cracks was.
What did I eat today?
Dimensional drift.
I had what I had a burger.
Gonna get them that extra information.
And a
I'd be blown
burger.
away
It's
if
actually
Starzo
banging.
tries to stick this one.
4v3, get out. Gate crash to spawn. Okay, this is fine too.
A burger? Yeah, I went for a meal with my
He might
granddad.
be behind
It's cool.
them. The thing is, the bigger danger now is Camo. He's rotated in. Starzo's there for support. FUT, this is a round is a must-win, and it is not looking like that right now.
Down A.
They're needing a
Oh,
hero while
okay.
C's ended up in a 1v4.
Yeah, that was a big kill as
Might
well.
just have to try
Man,
and hold
what
on
kind
to
of
the
happened
gun.
from
The finances,
Shados
not too
over
bad,
towards
but
C?
Koi,
Another
and their
eco
disruptive
round,
nature, their
or
or
aggressive
anti-eco
plays
going over towards C.
have caught FUT once again. 25 seconds left to try and make something happen in this round, and with the high, okay, the low setup,
Yeah, he has no idea whether this have gun sight though,
the
right?
high disappeared for a little bit, but it shouldn't matter. 26 HP, 13 seconds. So much still to find. Mistakes would need to be made. He's trying to bait them into the fight eventually.
Yeah, he actually had a chance into
Gravino
it.
will put down
Okay,
Cena before he
7.
does too much more.
You see how dangerous
7
this guy
chances
is,
to close this one.
34 health
Bad.
and a chance. If those first bullets land on the head, it's all over. And with CNED, we've seen it happen many times before. But Koi have avoided it. 12-5. A remarkable recovery
This is
after
a
that
little bit of
first
a
map.
bold reaction trying to walk over
Like I
towards
said,
C. But
I think they were wise in a way. They've clearly prepared a lot on Lotus.
Keeper,
And
hello,
when you
hello.
don't play a map and you leave it
How we
open
doing,
in a
Keeper?
veto where your opponent's comfortable on it, it's a free pick. You know
FUT,
it's coming.
lots of ults about to
They're
come
ready
up for
FUT
this.
here. 7
It's not the
chances
most
to close
stacked
this out.
comp for ults though,
Koi, it's an
really.
inevitability.
But
You would imagine. Nice shot from CNED, even stunned up. The stuns really are cosmetic. McCoy still in a 4v4.
Still, that's a big scalp to take early on. Has been traded out in the form. Cameron, you can already see Gravino is going to immediately fall back. Starzo, on the other hand, has other ideas. He wanted to try and fight forward.
didn't he just run over there from TP in?
Allowing that
Make the sound of a cage, spray 4 and then TP's away
FUT
again.
have other ideas of how they want to play this one.
Oh, Viper's Pit now online for Ada Captain. Hasn't been used yet. Saving for a future round, perhaps. Confident in this 4 versus 4 retake. Utility is low for Koi, but still a lot to work with on Shadow. Lost the Paranoia, lost Starzo's flashes too. Getting in here, it's going to be a lot of open duels. Cage to block off an angle, and that is actually used by Starzo to get a little bit closer. Stun does its work. Nice shot for
Bro,
Gravino.
time is so low on this.
Turned onto Shadow, but it's Mr. Fallen I was waiting for. His position on the side with cracks is perfect. And
Okay, we're
you
going to
know,
start looking
the
over towards
Viper's
the
Pit
money.
Not going to be saved for a future round, which does
Yeah.
come as somewhat of a surprise to me, Tom. But you know, they have secured the round, whether it's due to that or not.
Yeah, they'll probably
no,
take
it's
the
not,
Viper
but
ult.
hey, look, better safe than sorry. That's what they say.
Yeah, it came in pretty late. I mean, honestly, it only came after the first kill, and then these 2 kills came in. It wasn't too bad.
I guess wanted to make sure that they cleared the flanker first, expecting somebody to come through the door, but it does also look very funny. 12-6. Again, you can tell how serious.
It was not even
Koi are
useful, yeah, but
taking
imagine
this
the
with
other
the
2
fact
lost
that
their duels.
They won a round,
We'd be
lost
saying the
one
opposite.
round, and immediately are looking to call themselves a pause. They have been in this scenario so many times, and it's got to
I like
be
May,
just
how we
something
doing?
that
The
looms
4
over
months,
their shoulder.
thank you with the
Like,
tier 1.
okay,
Thank
we
you,
have
thank you.
choked victories.
Appreciate
Let's
that.
not allow for any way back
Have I
in.
missed
This
any
is a map that
subs?
they've been prominent
Where's the
on.
activity
With,
feed
as I
at?
said, solid results versus Fnatic, a close
Said
loss
you.
to
I
Leviathan
said
beating
you.
FPX.
JD Chill, did I say you?
BKC
Yeah, I said
earlier in the
Chill.
season. So
we didn't miss
it's a
any.
good
Doing
map
pretty
for
good.
them, even with their wackier comps. But for now, they are down by a considerable margin, and Koi. This is the thing. I still think like the last map, yeah, it didn't go to plan. You can tell where the work has definitely gone in, but there's always been a team that's been dangerous.
Forces them
Ask
down to an
Vitality.
eco. 6 chances remain for Koi. Shados is annihilating them.
6 rounds, 6 chances.
Wait.
Timeout used from Koi while they're in the lead. Strikes fear into
Everyone's
Koi
stealing my
fans
bit.
everywhere. FUT, sure, they'll probably take this one. There's a lot of buy rounds between them and a victory. They're showing themselves as the high caliber opponents they are. Koi defensive rotations, a lot of aggression on A. Taken rubble,
Okay, nice
spotted
and
the
simple
trap,
over
decide
towards
to
C.
leave it.
Pick up the
At least
orb.
for now.
Got breach ult into this
The
round if they
rotation's
need to
coming
use
all
it.
the way over.
Door
Very
open
centered
to
around
pinch
the
over
middle of the map.
towards here as well.
They'll be
CB
quick to react
default.
wherever FUT
Keep
take
an
it.
eye on. Okay, I like this from stock. So insta breaks the trip over towards here. TPs in case they insta react over towards C.
Heading to C, but with the
Yeah,
Smoke
so you
going
create
down.
pressure like they pushed over towards A.
Prowler's clearing it out. A lot of information being found early here by Koi. Now the last round they won was based off a lower purchase. Having the right
Shot.
players in the right place at the right time, and Camo has been the right player throughout the majority of this series.
Okay, this will be interesting because in my opinion, the Koi comp, and this happens a lot without the Viper, Koi comp kind of struggles a little bit for retakes if you get a good plant and you have here control. Not that this is the best example because they don't have the guns, but I could see FUT doing this a lot in the Byrons and it would work out well. In my head at least. On paper, let's say that.
Up close is Mr. Fallen, up close is CNED on top. Ready for these
Don't
fights.
do it, CNED.
Well, that's not ideal for Shadow.
But he's going to push through.
Utility in hand, easy double for CNED. Mr. Fallen tucked in as Ada Captain takes the fight. He was ready to trade if needed. Won't find the kill when he goes for it, but I think that timer's already ticking.
Yeah, I like this from FUT. Yeah, so you see no Viper comps, right? So obviously the Viper comp is sick because you can counter them when they come out at A. But the main big thing that people already, well, teams probably think about, but maybe I haven't seen it enough, is the fact that they don't have this wall that goes over towards B, which means it's a lot harder to get into the site. It's also a lot harder once you've got into the site to then stick the defuse. So unless you have double Omen smoke, and even when you have double Omen smoke on the retake, I often feel like you would do smoke, but then this smoke would fade by the time that you wanna defuse, so then you're still kind of out in the open. I really strongly think that maybe teams need to go B more against the non-Viper comps that are maybe going to start appearing more.
I think he's lucky to be honest.
Just purely for that, because I feel like they need to save. I feel like they need 3 smokes. Really. One smoke to get over towards the site, double vision block, and then one to defuse.
Taken. Koi. They start a rotation off the A aggression. Again, that Robo control is being gifted to them, and they are more than happy to take it. We saw FUT occasionally take this control early and then fall back, but Koi are committing players to it. It allows them to be much heavier stacked on the sites, and in particular on C. You can see that the AWP is there, the Cypher setup is there, and add to that, you've got utility from Shadow.
Yeah. Okay, I like this from Koi though. So, okay, let's put this to the test. It's a 4v5. Koi even have a really good ult to retake in terms of Yoru ult. Can Koi retake? How many smokes they got? 1. And Omen Flash. Okay, they should be winning this, really, on paper with this, but I think FUT might have a good chance. We'll see.
Opportunity here for Koi to close it, but FUT have been good in the afterplan.
CNED and Mr. Fallen. CNED's baiting a big bait, but they swing it anyways.
Yeah, maybe they went to aggro. Okay, so they went to aggro. I think that maybe they're used to playing against other comps where I think you just need to hold here and here and you win the afterplan. So it wasn't the best test, but still going aggro makes sense. It's fine. So we didn't get a proper test of it. But still, Koi, nice from pistols, but actual Byrons as well, they look decent. This looked way better than Split. They look like a different team. Especially on attack, the calling was actually like crazy decisive, which it wasn't on Split.